Are we live now? Can people hear me now? Can the viewers hear me clearly? Am I audible? I hope I am. I'm sure we are live now, but please let me know if people can hear me by now, please. You can hear me? Sounds are good. Is the sound working now for everyone? Okay, great. Nice. So I've been told sound is working. That's great. So Zuzolba. So our team of Pasapasa Guti UK London, the executive committee team, is actually taking care of things together for these Nepalbhasa classes, and we've had these classes before for the last 9 months, as I said earlier in my first class. But these are the recaps of what we've done in the past, and we would actually want to take more people along us in this journey of learning Nepalbhasa in a kind of more fun way as soon as we can. So in this regard, the team is still working. The team is actually working behind the scene, and people are checking things for me while I speak here. So the whole team is working for us together, and I'm quite thankful to guys behind the scene. So let's actually start today's class. So today we want to make it more interactive and see how we can work this out for us. It's going to be quite a different way of doing things here for all of us, for me, for you as well, and I'm kind of trying a few things to make it more interactive and see if things work for us or not. Hopefully it's going to work, and I'm kind of trying things, so be with me. And it's quite we prepared for it. We should be fine. But just that the things are quite different. Things are going to be quite different for us going forward, for today at least. And this is probably a different way of doing interactive online classes where we are doing it online when people are staying at home and kind of at the same time we are actually making it interactive as well. So let's see how it works. Should be fine, I think. So I'm kind of trying to make it work for you all. Should be fine, don't worry. Right, so it's going to be a different experience for us. Let's make it more fun and interactive, and let's see how it works for us. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then we'll find some other way, but we'll definitely make sure we get the right and the best way for us to learn, staying home and making use of this time of lockdown. So nice. What we were planning to do today is actually an interactive exercise, as you can read here below. So Nepalbhasa Class 3 interactive exercises, and this interactive exercise is going to be based on the previous first and second class that we had. In the first one we had we learned a few sentence formation, nouns and stuff like that, with first, second, and third person nouns in Nepalbhasa, and we went further learning about various different verbs which were opposite to each other, which were not. But today, what we're going to do now is group our the different verbs that we learned so far. We want to group them into two different groups now. Time and again, we'll keep doing this to learn different parts of speech and different new things. So today we're going to group these verbs into two different groups, which are transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. So transitive verbs, which would take an object, and intransitive, which will not take an object. For example, when I say I eat my lunch or something, so this is the lunch, the food is actually the object. As we know, we touched upon it slightly in the last class. And but the other verbs which do not take object, and for example, if I say I sleep, like the easy way to find out whether a verb is a transitive or intransitive is to ask, as they say traditionally, to ask a what question. when I say I eat, so what do you eat? What? Ask a what question, and if you have an answer, if you feel like it's easy to give an answer, it takes an object, and if you, like, for example, if I say I sleep, and if you ask me like what, sleep what, and if you don't have an answer and it finds quite funny to you, like, there's nothing, I sleep, no, nothing. So that would mean it's an intransitive verb and it's actually not taking an object. So let's group these verbs that we've learned so far into transitive and intransitive verbs and handle them separately today, so that we're sure where to add the object and where not to add the object, and how it is going to affect the formation of the sentence in a different way. So let's begin. As we know, we started with our nouns. So first person nouns, as you see here on my right. We went through the first person, the subject of our sentence, which was the noun first person, I. In Nepalbhasa, we covered as G, and we in Nepalbhasa would be Z, Jiping, and Chi. So the only difference between these two, Nepalbhasa version of the word we being more general and more inclusive only. So we are going to now match these first person nouns, subjects here in the list on my right, with the verbs that we've learned. So let's pick out the verbs that we did, and let's start with the transitive verbs, basically. So I will go for transitive verbs. So these were the transitive verbs out of the old verbs that we learned so far. You probably know some new verbs as well, and I'll be glad if you start adding them in this list and try and make new sentences. Now, in the list of transitive verbs here, you have a list of verbs: take, give, read, write, eat, drink, listen, tell, put or keep, withdraw, remember, forget, and wear. So these were the verbs we learned, and there are more verbs, but these are the transitive verbs, right? Which will take an object, for example. Now, similarly, there will be intransitive verbs, and I've grouped them in a different way. Now, let me quickly show you how we've, came up with this subset, shorter list of verbs, which are actually intransitive. Yeah. So these are the intransitive verbs out of the verbs we learned in the last two classes. Come, go, stand, sit, smile, cry, sleep, wake up. When you ask me, when you say I come, you're like, I come what? There's no answer to it, so it doesn't take an object, right? So nice. Let's go back to transitive verbs again, and let's try now changing these into Nepalbhasa and joining these two lists together to form our, simple sentences. They're going to be quite simple sentences. We'll move to more complex and longer sentences later on, but these are like more phrasal verbs and, kind of shorter sentences with single subject, single verb, and a single object now and then when we move on to transitive and intransitive, when we switch around these groups of verbs. Right. I hope I'm still clear and things are working for all of us in this video. So to go to the next thing now, as I said, to make it more interactive, let's pick up a subject for us, and let's see how much we remember the verbs, and also, more importantly, whether we actually, remember how the verbs are going to deform depending on what subject we picked up. So I don't know. I'm kind of checking the comments here, and it's been quite boring for me earlier, just speaking on my own, and it'll be quite fun moving forward to hear from you while we actually do this. So I would actually ask any of you, whoever wants to join us here among the viewers, if you could pick one of the subject from the first person, the first person list of subjects here. Would you like to pick one of these? Okay, I'll pick the first one, and then we can carry on with that. So, for example, I'm gonna do this. Okay. So right? So if I actually pick up G, which is I, in Nepalbhasa, if I pick up G, how is going to now the next step would be, now we'll pick up verb. Now for now we'll pick up a verb from the transitive list of transitive verbs, and that would be, for example, I'm doing the first exercise myself just to help you how it's going to work for us, you know. So I will now pick up a verb, for example, write, as you can see. So these red boxes are going to be, you know, the indicator of what we're going to pick. So the from the list of subjects, I picked up G, which is I. From the list of verbs, I've picked up write. Okay, so who from the viewers actually now remembers what was in Nepalbhasa, what was right for G? If I have to say I write in Nepalbhasa, I would say G something for right. Can someone answer in the comment section or in the video? Can someone answer, please? Let's make it more interactive. Come on. I'm waiting now in the comments, and I'm actually reading all the comments. People are joining, but they're quite quiet. Can someone leave a comment? Okay. Ji Choi. So Susima Manandar, yeah, she's from London, as I know, she's a dancer. And Susima, she's left a comment saying Ji Choi, and that's correct actually. So now if I, if I actually pick up the verb samples and see, like, yeah, that's correct, Susima. That's right. In the first person for I and V is actually Choi. So if I have to say I right, it will be Ji Choi, right? I will now quickly hide the Nepalbhasa terms. Fine, great. Thanks, Susima. That was great. Now, I would like, maybe Susima can actually pick up a different noun that we can work, we would like to work with. Is that okay? Susima, do you want to pick up a different first person noun from here? From G or Jipi or Chi? Pick up one, and then we'll make up the sentence again in a similar way. Come on, guys. So we've got a lot of people here watching. Bindira Bajracharya, Pushkar Prajapati, Susan Rima Shakya, Ramani Manandar. Susima says G. Great, Susima, thank you. So G. If we pick G here, and for example, for a verb, now let's pick up a different verb for G. Do you want to tell Susima any comments? So I'm reading all your comments. G, if I have to say we, and try and make a sentence with some different verb. Shall we give any other verbs that we would like to try here? Where are all my teammates? Why no one is commenting here? So I'm finding it more fun because, like, I get to talk to people now, but I'm not sure what's happening on the other side. So Susima says where, so it's going to be Susima and me. Is it all right with everyone? Let's be more interactive. So if we pick up where from the list of verbs, it's going to be G, and for where, anyone remembers what we had from the sample of verbs? Any answers from the audience? Anyone? Apart from Susima now, because Susima is the only person commenting here. Where's Sandeep? Where is Anil? And I guess Ramani Tata is also watching. Lisa is watching. Lisa just joined. So Lisa, what we're doing here is, like, we're trying to build sentences here, simple sentences, very simple ones. So we would like to write we wear something, right? So Sandeep says Ji Fie. Nice one, Sandeep. So I think you're right. Let's quickly check. Perfect, Sandeep. That's great. So we are trying to say we wear something, and it's going to be Ji Fie. Now, because it's a transitive verb, you'll have to have some object, right? So we wear could be correct if you're saying, if you just want to say, yeah, we wear something. Do you wear something or not? If you say like, yeah, we wear, it would be like, ji fear. Okay, but it'd be nice to have an object, so we could wear something. And in the same way, we'd also learn a new noun, for example, a new object. So a common one, a very relevant one here would be long. Long is like general clothes. So chi long fi. Is that gonna work? So we will wear some clothes. I think that would work. So that's more of the simple sentence formation saying we will wear some kind of clothes. We'll wear clothes. Okay. So chi long fi could actually work for us. Yukta is actually saying pune. Yeah, Pune is also wear, but yeah, there is going to be a different, a separate, dedicated, segment for just for wear, like all different kind of things that we put on our body parts, like from top to bottom, depending on what you're wearing. The word wear is going to modify so much from the gazal, from the aja to something that goes on the headcase, for mufflers, for t-shirts, right from the top to the bottom of your body. Every single part where you wear something, where you can actually wear something, the verb wear will be quite different. But fie is like more general, but it cannot be actually used everywhere. And we're just making it quite general here. Chi la fie, something. Pune, yes, for a different object, of course. Thanks, Yukta. Kriti is also saying chi fie. Perfect. Then let's move on to actually something different now. If we have to say now, if we actually want to say something different here, like let's move on from first person subject to a different one. Say let's do something like second person now. Shall we move on to that? And let's see how the verbs are deforming. Shall we? Okay. We can still have the same set of transitive verbs listed here. So, okay, correct. Let me just take this out. Remember, we did the second person, the subjects for us were in the second person, where you, for example, in English word was you, could have so different forms here in Nepalbhasa. And just a quick recap: cha is you, chi, honorary you, chipi could be plural, and chaspola is a religiously important and more honorific, higher level, right? If you remember. Now let's pick something from this list, which is second person noun. So who's going to help us now? Maybe Yadavji has joined now. Yadavji, what do you want to pick up from this list of second person nouns here? We got the subjects cha, chi, chipi, chaspol, right? So if we now pick up something from this list, anyone would like to pick? Can't wait to make new sentence now. Rojina ji has joined as well. Rojina Pradhan, right? We'd like to pick up one of these four different second person noun here. Okay, so let me actually help. So if we do something like cha for now, to start with, quite a simple one, cha, and if I have to pick up a verb now, which would be, yeah, Kriti says cha, perfect, same choice, Kriti. We say, like-minded. Okay, now let's pick up a verb. Kriti, you like to pick up a verb for us? Ta, so you, read or give or take something. Say something. Drink. Yeah, Yukta is also saying cha now. Yukta's watching this from Denmark, are you? Yeah. Bit of delay, isn't it? A few minutes. So we want a verb now to go with, a transitive verb. For cha, you do something. Pick up a verb from here. Ravantata says chaspol. We'll do the next. Okay. Pick up a verb. We got so many of the nouns now in the list. But verb eat. Yukta says eat. Well done, Yukta. Okay, let's do this. So you eat in Nepalbhasa will be cha nae, right? So I should have actually hidden the Nepalbhasa forms for now. Okay, you eat will be cha nae. No, it's not going to work. So how would the verb nae deform, because it's not the first person I anymore, or we anymore? Ji nae would work, I eat. But cha would be no, Kriti. Cha nae is not going to work. Ji nae is going to work. That's the first person. So this is not working, right? So what would work? How would the verb nae deform to make it work in the sentence for the second person, which is cha that we picked up? Anyone? Cha na. Suzima says cha na, and that's correct actually. So let's see how it works. Okay. So we are in transitive verbs, second person. Yeah, perfect. You. Now have a look at this. Cha na. That's correct. Suzima is correct. Cha na. You eat will be not cha nae, but it will be cha na. Right? Perfect. But because it's now transitive, you eat what? Like something no, right? No is the verb, and as we learned in the first class itself, it has to be, Nepalbhasa has to be a verb ending sentence when it comes to sentences. So no would be at the end. We need an object here because it's a transitive verb, so the object will have to be in the middle, the verb has to be at the end. Cha, some object, no. That's how it will be, right? So let's say some object, some kind of object we need. Cha Yomari no. I've been using Yomari a lot, right, from the last first class. Yeah, perfect. Kriti is thinking the same thing. So cha Yomari no. Yeah, that's gonna work. You eat Yomari. Be cha Yomari no. Cha damari no, and so on. Perfect. Now let's hide this. Okay, let's pick up a different one, which, as Rukmin Tata said earlier, let's pick up Chaspola. It's a highly in a high order of respect, religiously, honorific term, Chaspola for you. And if we have to pick up a verb for Chaspola, let's say Chaspola, shall I say listen for now? Or right? Let's say right. Okay, let's make it quick. Okay. Susima is saying cha momo no. Perfect. Momo, yeah, everyone's favorite. Right. So tasapola, if I have to say you write in a very honorific form for religiously a high state of honor, I would say chasapola. Choye is the verb, right? Choye is the verb for write. But that works only for the first person. For the second person, the verb, the basic form of the verb choye would now deform, and if it is for chasapola, it will be chasapola. Choye is not going to work. Ji choye works. Ta cho works, like ta no. Ta cho works, but chasapola would be, anyone? Chasapola for right would be, anyone? Chasapola choyadila. Kriti saying chasapola choyadila. Yeah, in the past, in the tense, which is past, which we haven't probably covered till now. Yes, why not? Chasapola choyadila. Yeah. Or, for example, here, chasapola, if I have to request the respective person, chasapola choyadisan. Buonadisan, right? So you please write would be chasapola choyadisan. Perfect. Choya bijahu. Perfect. That's even better. Look into that saying. Choya bijahu. That's perfect, isn't it? Chasapola choya bijahu. That works much better. Much better. Perfect. Yeah. Just because we have had this list covered so far, we're using this, but otherwise, choya bijahu. Bijahu is for the highest level of honor, religiously honored, right? Perfect. Right. Now let's move on to the third person of our nouns here in the subject list. And I'm going to remove this noun and I'm going to add this one. Perfect. Right. So let's now pick up something from here. The third person subject, he, she, it. From he, she, it, for example, let's pick up something from here. Weka is for honorary, yeah. Bikesh is joined now. So let's pick up a noun from here, this list. This list of nouns. Anyone? Anyone volunteers to pick up one word, one noun from this list, please? Okay, let's do simplicity. Let's pick up war. Okay, war. War would be now, and if we move on to a different verb, war. If I have to say like he listened, uh, right. Okay, perfect. So Susima actually said ipin. Why don't we do ipin, right? Yeah, let's do ipin. Day. Ipin. And then when we do the verbs, let's do some different verb. If I have to say they give, if I have to say they give, how I'm going to say it in Nepalbhasa, ipin is understood. Now, give, the simplest first person form of the verb, transitive verb, give, was ba, right? If you remember well, it was ba. Now, how the word give or ba is going to deform for the third person subject, third person noun here subject, ipin or they is going to be they. They ba, ipin ba is not going to work. Ipin gba, you or ta biu, ipin it has to be a bit different now because imsa, ipin, Sandeep has come up with this one, ipin bila. Perfect for the verb, perfect for the transitive verb, Sandeep bila. Bila works for third person, the deformation of the verb, but ipin will have to change a bit, I think. And who's gonna help us here to make it sound more familiar, more good to our ears? Imsan. Imsan bila. Perfect. Rukminta has also said the same thing. Imsan bila. Because now, they're giving something, right? Like in Nepal, in Khasbasa Nepali, you would say, it's difficult to make it work in English, but I'll have to give an example of Khasbasa Nepali where they will say, Uniharu, ipi is uniharu, as it is, ipi. Uniharu dio is not going to work, right? You would have to say uniharu le dio. So that vibhakti has to work here. And so the noun is also deforming. Now see, this is how we learn here. Not only verbs, but the subject is also deforming to make the sentence work for us. In Nepalbhasa, ipin and bila, when they come together, ipin is going to also deform. Not only ba, the verb will deform to bila, but also the verb, the subject, ipin, is also going to change as imsan bila. That works. Imsan bila, right? Let me just make it work for you. So we are working on the third person. Yeah. Now see, we'll just bring it up on the screen for you, which will be like that. Yes. So as Sandeep said earlier, bila for give is the deformation of the verb ba to make it work for the third person subject here, but ipin will also have to change to imsan. Imsan bila is going to work as uniharule dio. Right? So they gave. Imsan bila. Ipi deforms to imsan. That's perfect. That sounds perfect. Just correct. Perfect. Now let's also now move on to intransitive verbs, right? So I'm going to now take out this list of transitive verbs here. Now you see, you can always bring these two lists together to form your new sentences. You can always comment here in under this video, forming your own new sentences using nouns, subjects from here, verbs from here, right? So now let me just move on to intransitive verbs and take out the transitive verbs out of my way here, and I'm just adding this. Out of the verbs that we learned in earlier classes, the intransitive ones are the verbs that do not take the object are come, go, stand, sit, smile, cry, sleep, wake up. And we've also learned what are the Nepalbhasa terms for these, right? So if I'm now to quickly remind you what we learned about these simple verbs, let me just bring it up. Yes. Let's make it work for the first person, right? Now, okay. So for first person, I, we, actually the form of the simple form of the verb, intransitive verbs like come and go would be way and wane. Remember? Now, if I'm going to make it work for, let me just make it work. Right. I have to keep, making the screensaver work on the other screen where we have this Facebook Live going on. Right. So let me now take out the list of first person subjects here, and how it's going to work. Right. So let me pick up GP, for example, right? And out of the intransitive verbs, if we are to pick up any of these intransitive verbs, for example, smile, it's always a good verb to pick up. So it won't take an object. Smile what? Nothing. So it's intransitive. It takes no objects, right? So GP nile. This is going to work. Of course it will, because as you can see, this is the list of intransitive verbs in the most simplest form, which is for I and we. And here, this list is also for the first person, I and we, so it works. GP nile or G nile, and so on. But now, just to now exercise a bit with the deforming verbs, let me take out the easy forms from here. First person is out, second person is in. So second person, these nouns now, you, these listed four subjects here for us. So if I'm to suppose now, if I'm to pick up ta, okay, ta nile is not going to work. Just sounds so wrong, right? To an ear which is like familiar with listening to Nepalbhasa, or at least it is not right, is something we can confirm. Yeah, ta, and to make the verb nile work, to make the intransitive verb nile work, for us with cha, it has to deform. And how it will deform, anyone can comment here. Cha ji nile works. Perfect. Now, cha is going to deform the intransitive verb, which is nile or smile. Someone can comment here. Cha, the second person, noun cha, is going to deform the intransitive verb smile or nile as ji nile cha. Remember something from the second class? Anyone? Anyone in the comments, please? Where is everyone? Right. So second person intransitive, if I'm to pick up, it will be Cha. You smile. I smile is G Nile. Cha smile, Kriti, perfect. She just commented saying Cha new. Perfect. So Cha new, as you see in the, on the screen now here. So Cha, if I pick up, it's going to be new here, right? You smile would be Cha new. Cha new ni. Right. You can smile, right? Okay. Nice. So if I'm but to say Chi, more honorific, you know, to respect someone, this verb, which is Cha new, worked for us. Chi would change into, now we're talking about second person intransitive, but giving a little bit of honor. Is this one? Perfect. Chi, you smile, in a respected way would be Chi niladisa. Or if it was a past, if it was a deed in the past, we would say Chi niladila. As Kriti said earlier, Chi niladila will work in the past. If I'm to request someone, Chi niladisa, you please smile, would be Chi niladisa. Okay, so that works. That works perfectly. Now, let me pick up for Chi. Any other like sleep would be Chi dianadisa. You please sleep. Yeah, go to bed would be Chi nila dianadisa. Now, let's change our subject from second person to now the boom, third person. Okay, for third person, we'd like to pick up something now from here. For example, if we do war, he, she, it, war would be now for the intransitive verbs, the section. We don't have to give an honor to simple, it's not respected. War is like simple he, she, it. In that case, now, if I have to say, for example, yeah, let be sleep, or if you want any other verbs from here, cry. Yeah, if I have to say, he cries, or he cried. If I have to say he cried, how is it going to work? Wo, the verb, the simple form of the verb, intransitive verb cry, was koe, if you remember, right? But that's still not going to work here. If anyone remembers, we had the simple form of intransitive third person, which was something like this. See? Let me bring it up a bit. Kola is a simple form of verb, and it works for, yeah, this works actually. Wo, koe is a simple form of verb, which is ji koe, but the koe verb is now going to deform. The intransitive verb koe is going to deform to kola for the third person, which is wo, that we picked up. So wo koe doesn't work. Ji koe works. Ji koe works for I cry. But if we have to say he cried, you'll have to say wo, not koe, but kola. Wo kola. He cried. She cried. He cried, and so on. Now, let me just quickly choose something else. For example, ipi, for they. And now, if I have to choose a different verb, anyone volunteers, or I'll have to do it again. Look into that, commented, wo kola, perfect. That's what we did, right? Thank you for that. So, ipi, they ipi, that's something we haven't done. Okay, stand. We haven't done stand, right? Or if you want to do something else, please comment, and I can pick that up. For now, let me say, they stand, ipi, dana, right? Dane is a simple form of the verb. As you can see, dane is a simple form of the verb that we know, intransitive, first person, right? like this. Dane is the first person simplest form of the verb dane. It's not going to work with ipi. It works with ji dane, chi dane when I have to say I, we stand. But if I have to say they stand, they is ipi. Ipi dane doesn't work. The form of the verb dane will have to change, which Susima has already commented in the video now. She says ipi dana dila. Dana dila is going to be quite a bit of owner actually. Dila, right? It'll work for someone else, like wake up in, but we don't need dana dila here. So now we need actually ipi. Dane is the simple form. Ipi, we change dane into something else. It won't be dana dila. Dana dila is more honorary. You don't have to owner here. You don't have to bestow any owner on ipi, which is they. That will be now. We're talking about third person, simple, not honorific, but simple third person intransitive, right? I think this will work. Yeah. Does it work better? Ipi dana? Is that gonna work for all of us? Ipi dana, that works, right? Yeah. Looking Mandata that just commented saying Ipi dana. History is happy. I'm happy too. I think we're happy. Ipi dana is fine. Ipi dana works as a simple form. But as Susima commented earlier, for danadila, you'll have to give it a bit of owner. Danadila. Let me change the verb now from dana. I lost connection again. I think. Okay. Right. Now, for danadila, look into the commentary here. Wake up, danadila. That sounds right to me, right? So, I will say third person intransitive verb, third person honorific. Let me bring it up. Danadila, stand. Now, the verb, the subject will now change to give it a bit of owner. Wake up in, wake up. This one, wake up, danadila works. Wake up, danadila. Give it an owner, like he, honored he, wake up, danadila works. Similarly, in plural form of wake up, which is wake up in, honored third person subject, wake up in, danadila. That works. That works pretty much. Ipi dana, wake up in, danadila. So we actually covered these deformation of transitive and intransitive verbs earlier in the last class as well. But to have it like this in an interactive way, in a more fun and in a way where we can do some kind of bit of exercise to see what works and what not visually on the screen, staying far away as well. I think it is more fun, and I don't know how it went, whether it went well or not with you guys. You could comment, you could give me feedback, you could send me feedback and let me know whether it's working for you. If it's not, there's always a better way that we can find out together. Now, I guess that could be it for today. I hope it was not too much, too heavy on newbies, novice learners and all. I hope it's not, because we've been doing a lot of recap. We have revised what we learned in the last two classes. Today was just an interactive exercise of what we learned in the last two classes, so I guess it should be fine. Now, the handouts have already been, we provided handouts in the last two classes. In the live videos, we've had, the caption of the video has always been the link to the handout, which is a PDF file for class 1 and class 2 in the video's caption, which you can download and you don't have to make notes of anything. You just have to pick up the nouns, the verbs, transitive, intransitive, nouns, first, second, and third person subjects, and then form your own sentences. Maybe you could now go on, do a bit of exercise. Maybe tomorrow we don't have a class. The day after we will resume again with a new topic. But maybe later today, or if you're tired today already, you have tomorrow. I'm not coming back tomorrow to bother you again, so you have some leisure time, free time tomorrow at home during this lockdown. You could do some more exercises, combining first, second, third person nouns here, and the verbs transitive and intransitive, like we did today together. And if you repeat it a bit and with new forms, new sentences, if you could make, it'll be always fun to have a look at them and see if there's any corrections to be made, and we can again together share our thoughts, learn, and improve our Nepalbhasa. Perfect. I think I had fun. Remove the boxes, and I hope it worked for you guys. And this will be the end for today. We'll see you the day after tomorrow with a new topic. And bye bye till then. Thank you. Subha. Thank you.